2026 is the year everything changes. Not because of luck, not because of motivation, but because you decided to show up for yourself. If you're listening to this, it means you're ready for a glow up. Not just a physical glow up, but a full reset. A glow up in your habits, your mindset, your confidence, and the way you walk into school every single day. This is about becoming someone you respect. Someone who doesn't quit halfway through the semester. Someone who doesn't wait for the perfect time. Someone who does the work even when it's boring. Even when it's hard. Even when no one is watching. Your glow up for school in 2026 starts from the inside. And it starts now. The first and most important part of your glow up is your mindset. You need to understand this clearly. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel inspired. Some days you don't feel like doing anything at all. If you rely on motivation, you will stay inconsistent. Discipline is what carries you when motivation disappears. Discipline is waking up even when you're tired. Discipline is opening your laptop even when you'd rather scroll. Discipline is choosing your future over your comfort. In 2026, you stop asking yourself if you feel like doing the work. You start asking yourself who you want to become, and then you act accordingly. Start thinking like your future self. The version of you who is confident. The version of you who does well in school. The version of you who feels calm walking into class instead of anxious and unprepared. Ask yourself simple questions. How does my future self wake up in the morning? How does my future self treat school? How does my future self take care of their body? How does my future self handle stress? Then start copying those habits today. You don't become that person overnight. You become that person by making the same choices every single day. Your glow up is built on small decisions repeated consistently. Now let's talk about your physical glow up. Because yes, it matters. How you take care of your body affects your energy, your focus, your confidence, and your performance in school. The most underrated glow up habit is sleep. Sleep is not optional in 2026. Sleep is not something you sacrifice to scroll or stay up late doing nothing important. Getting around 8 hours of sleep improves your memory, your focus, your mood, your skin, your hair, and your overall health. When you sleep well, you show up better. You think more clearly. You feel more stable. You look healthier. Your future self protects their sleep. They don't stay up late for no reason. They understand that rest is part of discipline, not a lack of it. Eating clean is another major part of your glow up. This does not mean extreme dieting. It does not mean starving yourself. It means choosing foods that support your body instead of draining it.
Eat enough protein so you have energy throughout the day. Include fruits and vegetables for clear skin and better digestion. Drink water regularly instead of living on sugar and caffeine. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. When your body feels good, studying feels easier. Staying focused feels easier. Being disciplined feels easier. Basic self-care is non-negotiable. Shower daily. Keep your hair clean and maintained. Moisturize your skin. Brush your teeth. Wear clean clothes. You don't need expensive products or trends. Consistency is what makes you glow. When you look put together, you carry yourself differently. And when you carry yourself differently, people notice. But more importantly, you notice. And that changes everything. Now let's talk about your academic glow up. Because a real glow up includes how you show up in school. In 2026, you stop being the student who waits until the last minute. You stop telling yourself you'll try harder next semester. You stop letting fear or laziness decide your future. You start showing up prepared. You attend classes regularly. You sit closer to the front when possible. You listen actively instead of zoning out. You ask questions even when your voice shakes. Asking questions doesn't make you look stupid. It makes you look serious. It shows you care, and caring is powerful. Create a simple study system that you can actually stick to. You don't need complicated schedules or unrealistic plans. You need habits that fit into your real life. Review what you learn the same day, even if it's only 10 minutes. Short reviews prevent stress later. They help information stick. They save you from cramming. Study in focus sessions instead of long distracted ones. Put your phone away. Set a timer. Give your full attention. Quality matters more than quantity. Test yourself instead of rereading notes. Active recall builds real understanding. It builds confidence. It builds mastery. Your grades may not define you, but your effort reflects your discipline. When you start taking school seriously, you stop doubting yourself. Because deep down, you know you're doing the work. Now, let's talk about discipline, because this is the foundation of your glow up. Discipline is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Discipline is waking up on time, even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is going to school, even on low-energy days. Discipline is starting assignments early instead of panicking later. Discipline is limiting social media instead of letting it steal hours of your life.
In 2026, you stop negotiating with yourself. You stop saying just 5 more minutes when you know it turns into an hour. You stop choosing comfort over growth. You don't wait until life feels easy. You move while it's hard. You move while you're scared. You move while you're tired. That's how transformation happens. Every small disciplined action builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence builds consistency. Consistency builds your glow up. Now let's talk about confidence. Real confidence is quiet. It doesn't need attention. It doesn't need validation. Confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself. When you say you'll study, and you actually do it. When you say you'll sleep earlier, and you follow through. When you say you'll try, and you don't quit. Every time you follow through, you build trust with yourself. And self-trust is powerful. You stop comparing yourself to others. Because you're too busy improving your own life. You understand that everyone's journey is different. And your only competition is who you were yesterday. Your energy changes when you glow up from the inside. You walk into school calmer. You speak more clearly. You carry yourself with purpose. People feel that energy. But the most important thing is that you feel it. 2026 is your year to become unrecognizable in the best way possible. Not because you changed who you are, but because you finally committed to becoming your best self. You don't need to do everything at once. Start small. Fix your sleep. Clean up your routine. Show up to class. Stay consistent. Don't quit when it gets boring. Don't quit when results are slow. Don't quit when no one is clapping for you yet. Glow-ups happen quietly before they become visible. And one day, people will notice. But by then, you won't be doing it for them anymore. Your glow-up for school doesn't start someday. It doesn't start next semester. It starts with the decision you make today. You are capable of more than you think. And 2026 is proof of that. This is your time, and you are just getting started.